Help me, guys! Dude, fuck is that? No, we're in here in the place.
What is that? I just heard a voice. That was way too.
What started as quiet camping trips quickly turned into something deeply disturbing. Captured on camera, these moments reveal strange figures, unexplained movements, and pure fear. Once you see this footage, you might never look at the woods the same way again. On January 24th, 2026, the YouTube channel Brian Waters Outdoors uploaded a video where he set up camp alone in a quiet, hidden spot just before a powerful ice storm was about to hit Texas. The place looked peaceful, but as evening settled in, the silence deepened, and the empty surroundings felt heavier, almost as if the area was being avoided for a reason.
In about 26 hours, Texas is going to be completely shut down. We are going to get that Arctic ice storm that's coming in similar to 2021. Probably not quite as bad as 2021, but they're claiming or predicting we're going to get around an inch of ice, ½ inch to an inch of ice, and 3 to 4 inches of snow. That doesn't sound bad. I know I was talking to a buddy that lives up in Wisconsin today. I think they're predicted to get like 30 below, I think is what he said, and 8 to 10 inches of snow. But I told him, I'm like, dude, we're getting an inch of ice. And
even though he tried to enjoy the moment, there was a strange, uneasy feeling that stayed in the background, something he could not fully explain.
Keep having to put my jacket on and off. As soon as I stop moving, it gets cold. I think it's around 50. It's 51 degrees right now. It's going to get down to 39, 40 tonight.
Night came, and for a while, everything went exactly as expected. A warm fire, good food, and complete isolation from the outside world. But that calm feeling did not last.
I've had a really good time on this episode. It's been super relaxing. Dinner was awesome. Really, there's no one around me. There's a tent camper 100 yards away. And I think I've just been looking forward to getting back out here in that truck camper since a couple of weeks ago. So it's just been a good vibe all around, and definitely good drinks. I'm struggling to get the second one down. I hate to admit, but it's been a good evening. Because I'm sitting here trying to enjoy my fire, and out of nowhere, there hasn't been anyone show up all day long. There's this.
At first, it was hard to understand what he was seeing, but the figure did not look normal, moving in a strange, unpredictable way. What made it worse was not just the presence of this stranger, but also the question of where he had come from, because no one had arrived all day.
Without protection, but that's the last thing that I want to have to do while out here enjoying camping. But I don't know where he came from. I don't know if he's staying in that tent that's, probably about 100 yards away. But there's definitely something wrong with that dude. Here's what I'm looking at right now, and you can see that he's having a good time inside his little mind. I don't know what's going on with this dude. So yeah, I'm probably not going to sleep quite as well as I thought that I was going to tonight, knowing that that's around me. It actually looks like he's walking over this way now.
Then something changed. The figure slowly started coming closer. The distance between them was no longer safe. At that point, the peaceful night was completely gone, replaced by a growing fear of what might happen next.
I don't know. Wish me luck. It's way darker than what this video.
The man outside continued moving, unpredictable and unstable, as if he was unaware or unconcerned that someone else was there.
Oh man, what a what a way to end the night. What a crazy nutbag. I gotta get buckled down here real quick. Alright, well, interesting. That definitely made for an interesting end of the evening. I knew something looked weird with that campsite, and I don't know if the guy's drunk or if he's on meth. I have no idea. But I'm definitely going to keep my...
Every small sound now felt dangerous. Even something as simple as equipment turning on inside the truck suddenly felt like a threat. The safety of the camper no longer felt certain. And for the first time, the isolation that once felt peaceful now felt like a risk.
I'm a card-carrying member in Texas. And don't worry, guys, this isn't getting that weird. I'm sure YouTube's going to hate me, but it's the first time I've ever really felt like I needed this. So we're going to keep that nice and close tonight. But I honestly probably don't think that he would make it 10 feet without falling over. I can't see him with my eyes anymore, but I can use my phone, which is surprising.
Inside, he stayed alert, listening carefully, knowing that if the man came any closer, things could turn serious very quickly. The uncertainty was the worst part, not knowing if the man would leave or suddenly return without warning.
Very interesting, but I will say, my gosh, guys, it is very warm in here. It is nice and toasty. It's going to get cold tonight, and I don't want to have another night like a couple weeks ago where it was just bitter cold in here. So I'm totally okay with that. So I think I'm going to get my curtain put up on the back for sure tonight. And at least on this side tonight, I've got this wood side panel for my diesel heater. So a little bit harder to, I guess, get into. Oh, what a nut. So, all right, I got to change clothes, get this more set up, and we'll check back in. Hey guys, that curtain works out really well.
Eventually, the night passed without confrontation, but the fear did not fully disappear.
5:50 a.m. I don't know if you can hear, but it has started raining here. Luckily, it's not freezing yet. I don't even know what the weather is. 41 degrees right now. But yeah, the rain is here. It's too early to have to get up. I don't have to get up. It's too early to wake up. Oh, why am I awake so early? I guess morning time confessionals here, guys. I didn't have any knocks on the window last night from Nutbag McGee, wherever he went. I don't know where he is. But it was a pretty quiet night.
Even in the morning, with rain falling and daylight returning, one thought remained clear. Some places feel peaceful at first, until you realize you were never truly alone. With that being said, let's move on to our next disturbing camping encounter for this video. On June 20th, 2021, the YouTube channel Abandoned World Explorer uploaded a video where a simple night of using the Randonautica app slowly led them into a place that did not feel right from the start.
I can't think of any more ideas, Dave. I'm out of them.
Yeah, but we had earlier, we said wealth, but we found red ball can, a can of drink.
To be fair, I just want to...
Then we said, what was the first one we did tonight? What was our intention the first time?
Can't remember now.
I I don't know, there's been so many. So let's go. I'm going to go for a scare. Let's go for a creepy vibe. I don't know. Yeah.
Last one.
Crazy. I don't know. Is that an intention? Can we say that? So look, a power, a tractor or a void. What do you reckon? We've done all of them tonight, so let's generate a power. Your point is being generated.
The app gave them a final location, and it pointed straight toward the woods again, which made the whole situation feel repetitive, but also more unsettling than before.
Basically, we're up. That looks like it's going to go up near them woods, bro. Past the dog kennel. Start your journey. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Where's the tetanus?
Right, is that? I don't know. Bro, where's that?
As they got closer, the path started to feel isolated, like it was leading them somewhere they should not be going at that time of night.
Where is it? What's that, the woods?
Yeah, I don't normally go down that bit.
So that we've got to go across here. Guys, it's 6 minutes. 6 minutes away, it's not even that far. It's 6 minutes away. And yeah, let's go. It's the last one. Sweet. You made video, man. Yeah. Temp spot. Temp spot.
Oh, ninth.
Oh, it is a ninth. So we ain't found nothing. Oh no, we found a red ball can, wasn't it, Mark? Was it the red ball can?
Oh, yeah.
Whose intention was a drink. So anyway, guys and girls, we have literally arrived. It's saying 5 minutes. It's going to be 5 minutes on foot because you have to stop here, and then we're going to walk through some. That looks like some serial killer.
The place looked empty at first, but this place was about to become their worst nightmare.
How did you find it in here? Yeah, even in here? Oh, but that tells me then you won't even like. Right, let's have a look. Right, yeah, boys, my phone says up there still. I'm going to have to change my battery on my phone. What would you say that is? Left or straight on? Left, straight on. On the map. It is left, yeah. Yeah, left. Right, okay. Right, let's just sit here. Just sit here a sec, change the battery. Oh, mate. Boys, before this battery goes, what are we doing? Why are we out here again? All of us said we're not going to do a Randonautica, and we're literally back at... Why does it always take us in the woods? Yeah, one of you are farting, man. Scared. Deflated. It's in here. We are literally 1 minute, bro. Ooh, whoa, watch it. Oh, mate. my new Air, what are these? Air 27s. Huh? What's that? Is that a house?
When they stopped and looked ahead, there was a strange structure in the distance, something that did not belong naturally in the middle of the woods. As they moved closer, more details started to appear, and the place began to look like someone was actually living there, hidden away from everything.
Someone over there. No, there ain't. There's a fire, bro. No, don't just keep up. Someone's living here, bro. There's no one here. There's no one here. Bro, Oh, what is that? It's a door. Mate, what is this? Someone's been living here, man.
Inside that area, there were objects scattered around, including things that made the place feel even more uncomfortable. That was the moment when the feeling changed completely, because it no longer felt like an empty place. Then suddenly, movement was noticed deeper in the trees.
Oh, man. Is that our love will never die? We should ring the police, bro. Let's fucking get out of here, man. Oh, look, dude. There's masks everywhere. It's in the trees. No, look, on the trees, there's all masks. Every tree's got... There's someone down there, man. Quick, go over it, go. Go. There's someone over there, you dickhead. There's someone there. Turn the light off. There's someone over there. Look. Don't move. Seriously, boys, don't fucking move. Oh shit, see, someone told you someone there. We need to get out, we need to go back that way. Shit, bring the police. We need to ring the bill, how are we going to get out of here? Come on, get that. There's someone over there. Let's get out of this alleyway out past him.
After that, everything became tense, as the figure did not stay still and seemed to move in a way that made it hard to understand what they were doing.
Whoa. What is he doing? Wait, we need to get the fuck out of here. We need to get out of here now, James. What is he doing? Boys, we need to get out of here now. We can't even fucking move. Whoa. Say.
The group quickly realized that staying there was not safe anymore, as the distance between them and that person did not feel safe enough.
What is he doing, man? He's going to burn. How do we even get out of here? We need to get
the darkness made it harder to see clearly, turning every shadow into something that could be hiding that same figure.
Can't even see him. Be quiet. Oh, wait, I don't know. We haven't done nothing, we just get out. Maybe we should try and get him. Stand up, he's lying down. He's lying down. Hey, okay, 2 minutes. 10 minutes. 2 minutes. Guys, I'm sorry about the light. It's literally laying down.
As they rushed out, the fear stayed strong because they could not tell where that person was or if they were still close behind them.
Let's get out of here. Just go get out of here. Sneak past him. Bro, let's get out of there quick. Shh, shh, shh. Oh my God. Just go, 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 go. Go, just go. No. Wait.
When they finally reached safety, the situation still did not feel over, and they contacted the authorities, unsure of what they had just experienced in that place. Even after leaving, they couldn't figure out that whatever they found in those woods was not random, and it did not feel like a place meant to be discovered that night. On December 4th, 2024, the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear uploaded a video where he returned to the same cold and isolated wetlands, knowing something had already felt wrong there before.
Reappeared for a second time as well. But they never did touch the truck. They never tried to open the doors or anything, but they was awfully close to the truck, and it seemed like they was trying to scope us out. So I did get up.
The silence around him felt even heavier, like the place was waiting for something to happen again.
It is 23 degrees tonight. Now, this is the coldest that I've camped out this year so far. That is cold, but I got to tell you, it feels even colder. I'm scared already. But I mean, it's like 24 degrees. I'm probably the only one. Yeah, probably nobody going to be out here tonight. Anyway, fam, of course, you know we are in Bigfoot territory. We are in the wetlands again. And not only that, but we have a haunted cemetery. So we're going to take that walk real quick. We're going to go back there. Last time we walked back there was like 3 or 4 deer in the cemetery, which is pretty cool. But it's a historic haunted cemetery located far back in the forest.
As he walked deeper into the woods toward the old cemetery, a strange feeling grew, as if he was not alone anymore.
Oh my goodness. Forget, I think the cemetery's actually in here a bit good ways too. Oh. I got a terrible feeling. Terrible. Whoop.
Then suddenly a sharp sound of rocks hitting each other broke the silence coming from very close behind him, making him stop immediately.
Sounded like a rock clank. Really close. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh my goodness. Whoop. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Oh. Crap. That's behind us. We just came from there. No, that was way too close. Way too close.
Even after moving away, the feeling did not leave, and it seemed like whatever made that sound was still somewhere near him, staying out of sight.
Man, that is close. That's close to the truck, too. What could that have been? I would have to go back on the camera. I'm like in freaking shock, sort of. I don't know what that was. That sounded like a rock hitting a rock clank is what that sounded like. Sorry if you hear my breathing. I got the camera like right in front of my face so I can talk. I didn't want to talk loud.
Moments later, he noticed movement ahead, something quick and unclear, just enough to make him question what he had seen.
Oh, what was that? I just seen something really weird move across.
The fear grew stronger when he clearly heard what sounded like a deep human voice, even though no one should have been out there. Soon after, a distant light appeared through the trees, standing still.
I just heard a voice. I know for a fact that was a voice. Oh. That was a deeper voice. Man, my nose is running. Oh, there's a light.
Then, without warning, that light disappeared, making the situation feel more controlled than random, like it was not just an accident.
I don't see it moving. It's just staying still. Oh, it just disappeared. It could have went behind a tree. That's like a swamp right there.
As he kept moving, more strange sounds followed, including something that did not match the normal sounds of the forest at night. By this point, every direction felt unsafe, and even small objects in the dark started to look unfamiliar and threatening.
What is that? It's like glowing. Maybe it's a stake or something.
Then, near the cemetery, he saw something again, a shape or figure that moved in a way that did not feel normal, making him freeze for a moment.
Okay. Man, it is oh, this might be it. I think we found it. Now, last time there was like 3 or 4 deer. Let's see if we can see any deer. What is that?
That brief moment confirmed his fear because it no longer felt like imagination, but something real sharing the same space with him. As he left the area, injured and shaken, there was a strong feeling that whatever he encountered did not just stay behind, but may have followed him part of the way through the woods. Even days later, the memory stayed clear in his mind, because that night did not feel like a normal camping trip. It felt like something was there, watching, reacting, and staying just out of sight. On January 25th, 2026, the YouTube channel City Boy uploaded a video where he spent the night alone in the cold mountains of Fukushima, Japan, far away from any other people. As night slowly came, the cold grew stronger, and the quiet around him became heavier, making even small sounds feel important. While sitting inside his car, he read a horror story about someone hearing footsteps outside their tent, and that idea stayed in his mind longer than expected. The story described footsteps getting closer in the dark, and even though it was just a story, it made the silence around him feel different. Later that night, after everything went quiet again, he suddenly heard a faint sound, something small but clear enough to break the silence. At first it felt like it could be nothing, but the feeling did not go away, and the quiet around him became tense. Then the sound came again, this time more clear, like slow footsteps moving on the ground outside his car. The steps did not sound like an animal, and they seemed too steady, making the situation feel more serious. For a moment, it felt like whatever was outside had come closer, stopping somewhere near the car where he could not see it. He stayed inside, not making any sound, waiting for whatever it was to leave, unsure if it was still right outside. By morning, nothing was there, but the feeling from the night had not fully gone away. As he thought about it again, one thing stayed clear in his mind. If the door had not been locked, that quiet night in the mountains could have ended very differently. On February 26, 2021, the YouTube channel Abandoned World Explorer uploaded a video filmed in Dark Bluff, Maryland, where he went into the woods using the Randonautica app, not knowing what he would find.
It could even be the prison. If it is, it's a live prison. I don't fancy getting arrested, man. You don't fancy getting arrested. Obviously, bear in mind, people, like, you never know what you're coming into on these apps. I don't recommend, as I said, anyone even like trying anything like this.
The cold air and quiet surroundings made every small sound stand out, and even walking felt uneasy, like something was watching from far away.
So saying we've arrived, we're literally here, but it's still showing. Oh, I don't know. Yes, the arrow is saying we are. Right, so we just need to find a way over there. Oh, there's a little foot. Right, okay. It's really weird because it actually took us to these woods a while ago. 5-6 months ago. So there's literally footprints in and out of it, but it is a public. Guys and girls, it's absolutely freezing here as well. I'm not even joking.
As they moved further inside, the path became unclear, and it felt like they were being slowly led into a place where they should not be.
What should we do? Just walk over and down, or do you want to go straight down? I can't even see nothing. I don't really want to keep this away from my too much because honestly these really freak me out. So I can whack the light right up. But literally just oh, it's freezing. You're not cold? A little bit. As you're hearing Gook's, mine's shocking.
Soon after, he started to notice signs that someone else was nearby, but there was no clear view of anyone, only the feeling of presence.
Check out the heated jacket, and right now it's like
sounds too. Well, there's someone there, isn't it? It's
just want to say, you know, don't recommend like. There's a lot of doggy paws as well, footprints. Still saying we're not nearly have arrived, but I'm not even joking. I'm literally shitting a brick. Literally shitting myself.
The tension grew when a shadowy figure was seen at a distance, standing still and watching from between the trees.
So it's literally saying we're coming to I don't like the bright lights sometimes. Hey. What? Blue horizon, it's like a, I don't know if it's like a tent or something. There's someone over there. There is. Sure, it's a tent then.
At that moment, it became clear they were not alone, and whoever was there had been aware of them for some time.
People there. Hello?
Then suddenly, movement happened in the dark, fast and unexpected, like someone trying to hide but also getting closer at the same time. Panic started to build as they realized they had been surrounded without even noticing it at first.
Hey? Oh, run! Damn, run! Get out of it! Fuck leg! Way in, man. Unlock the car. Mate, we were standing in there. We just literally walked around the whole lot. Like, I'm not even joking, around the whole lot.
He later understood that there was not just one but multiple people in the woods, quietly moving around them. What made it worse was the sound that came next, something mechanical starting up in the distance, low at first but getting louder.
Where? Guys and girls, literally, we've just got away so quick. We've made a phone call to the police. The police are going to go there now. They told us to stay away. I don't know. It was so hard to see anything, but I didn't see the tent, but Dan see the tent 100%. Like, and he kept saying there's a tent there. So yeah, and hopefully you'll be able to see it at this end of this footage when we put it back on the PC. But and they wanted us out, so they were trying to scare us. I don't know, and it worked. They didn't come out the woods though. But yeah, I don't know. I just recommend that. Honestly, no one play with that app. What do you think of it, honestly?
It's scary.
He was actually quite chilled about it, and then he was like, bro, we better go, they're starting chainsaw out. And I was like, is that a chainsaw? And I'm standing around, but this is what I do wrong, and this is why I broke my knee in France, because I hang around. So many times I just, you know, like I could have run out there when we said it sounded like a chainsaw, and that was it, end of, and then nothing, and it's kind of convincing you guys that they were starting something up. It definitely started in the end, and we got out of there super quick. Like, we're at, what, two mile away already now, and I'm lucky, fortunate my car...
They ran without looking back, leaving the woods as quickly as they could, with the feeling that stopping even for a second would have been a mistake. Even after getting far away, the fear stayed, because they could not understand who those people were or why they were there in the first place.
Guys, I can't even explain how I feel right now. I have a child. My family. I could have potentially put him in danger. Something could have happened to me tonight, or my friend. Like, he's just literally lost his dad. He didn't need this. And I ain't even parked near my house. I've parked around the road. I just literally can't get over it. I literally just dropped him off and I can't get over it. And he's just replying back to me now. Like, I don't know what to suggest on this. Like, he's literally just replying to me now.
In the end, one thing stayed clear in his mind. Some places are not empty. They just look that way until it is too late. The creator of the YouTube channel, Overland Nomad, is a US-based adventurer who enjoys vehicle travel, exploring nature and camping in remote areas. On February 24th, 2026, he took a break from work for a camping trip with his dog, but the adventure turned out to be something entirely different from what he had planned.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué? ¿Necesita hacer llamada? ¿Qué necesita?
Que a ver si me podía ayudarme a sacar mi roquita. Lo que pasa es que quedó así pegadito.
Piper, you scared me, dude. I kid you not, I was cooking and I was just having to stare through the window and I see a light like coming up, like someone walking. And it freaked me out. I got my protection and I grabbed Piper because Piper will attack. And yeah, it was a lady. I thought there was a car that went up to the East Cut. And I do know that there's one car out there. I could see its lights, and I guess they're stuck. But look, I would love to help, but I'm by myself. There's no one out here, and I don't know if it's a trap. I don't know. So, you know, I offered to call. You know, I have signal. She said she didn't. I said, well, I can call. You know, you can use my phone, but yeah.
The woman's behavior made him uncomfortable, so he trusted his instincts and left the campsite quickly.
Well, I was thinking about just camping a few miles south, but then I spoke to my wife and she had a good point. She's like, that just sounds super sketchy. She's like, I don't know how you're gonna go to sleep. And I said, yeah, you're right. And I did call, I called 911. I called the county just to report it. And they said they couldn't do much. They're like, we can't send anyone out there to like rescue or anything. Like they're on their own on that one. And then I told them my predicament, and the guy was like, oh yeah, that sounds super sketchy. I'd probably leave. So I calmly packed my items and then I'm heading south now. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna go home.
This encounter shows that solo camping in remote areas can be unpredictable. Even if the surroundings seem calm, unexpected encounters with people can alter the situation. And I must say, he made the right choice by prioritizing his safety over adventure. On October 2nd, 2024, Casey Sanders, who runs a YouTube channel about his outdoor adventures, was hiking in the woods when a strange scream interrupted his peaceful walk. Curious but cautious, he went to investigate the noise, and what he found was something unexpected.
Talking about Christian here, you know this is a hunter, and I'm a little confused. This is my land. I'm here with weapons, and somebody standing in my creek naked. I mean, I'm not gonna shoot you, but you're. What? Are you alone? If I see somebody else, this will not be good.
He encountered a completely naked man who appeared disoriented, unsure of his surroundings. However, as Casey continued to question him, a far more disturbing truth began to emerge.
Can you... What? Show? What kind of show? You know what it was called? You don't know what it was called? Huh? Where are your clothes? Where? You don't know where your clothes are? You've been on this creek for 4 days. Nobody's with you. I mean, you got to look at it from my standpoint. Listen, you know you're not far from. You know, did you went to Tomorrow World? I'm guessing. What? Am I from? Okay, you're not far from the original place. Do you know where it's at in relation to where you live? Where do you live? No, better than that. No, what county? What's your address? What is it? You can't think of it? Hang on a minute, man. Hang on a minute. I got something to eat for you. Just don't do nothing stupid right now.
Holy crap.
The man claimed that he was assaulted by a group that robbed him and abandoned him in the woods. In a state of panic, he spent 4 days searching for water. Although Casey was cautious and had doubts about the man's story, he chose to help him, a decision that may have ultimately saved his life. Michael and Ashley, a married couple, recently launched a YouTube channel called Stealth Camp Sweetheart. They share their adventures with viewers, but unexpectedly faced a frightening experience early in their content creation journey.
Michael and Ashley, and it is Ashley's birthday today, and we are just regular camping. Just want to take it easy for her birthday, and
we're here at the Peaceful Hills Retreat. We got our own tiny little waterfall. Got a little bit of a fall.
And this will be our campsite for the night. So maybe it'll be a good night.
We're using a fire starter.
I have never used a fire starter.
Yeah, we've never used one. We have fire!
Look what I've created!
With a lighter and a fire starter.
They were enjoying the moment, relaxing and chatting, when suddenly something out of the ordinary happened.
What?
I thought I heard something.
I mean, I heard something fall. It sounded like a stick or something fell. But you scared me.
I mean, I just heard something, so I just turned to look.
Do they have bears up here? I mean, I know like Gatlinburg does, but this is the opposite end of Tennessee. I don't know. You scared me so bad.
I was just turning around real quick.
I was like, who's there?
Who there? Who there?
What's that?
I have no freaking idea.
It's a UFO.
Oh.
Should have brought my...
A sound disrupted the serenity, drawing their attention and sparking curiosity. They attempted to dismiss the eerie noises as typical forest sounds, but as they continued to enjoy their time with the camera still recording, an unsettling atmosphere began to creep in.
Weird.
I don't know.
Can you imagine how much wood we would have to find? Because you got to think, that was a little bit of wood. I mean, if I had something...
Did not like that. What? What is that?
Just like Michael and Ashley, I'm feeling confused about the strange sound also. At one moment, it seemed to resemble an animal, but if you listened closely, you could almost make out the scream of a woman. What made the situation even more disturbing was the sound of a gunshot. So what do you think they encountered in that forest? Was it a person in distress, or could it have been an animal? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The next video comes from the YouTube channel Island Life Trail Cam, where the creator protects an ecosystem on private property. Despite putting up signs and a chain to restrict access, after a public hiking trail was promoted without his permission, some ignored the warnings and continued to trespass. A confrontation with a group of trespassers escalated into a serious situation.
Okay, so here's the thing. Right, here's the thing. We were here 2 years ago when this wasn't private property.
It's always been private.
Okay, can I? Hey, 2 years ago there were no signs. 2 years ago there were no signs. There were just beautiful. No, there were
signs for 5 years.
No.
Okay, are you telling me a lie?
Yes.
Okay, calling me a lie.
There were no trespassing signs. No.
Really? This sign here,
okay.
that sign on the other tree over there, have been up here.
Despite the property owner's efforts to inform the trespasser that the area was off limits, the trespasser continued to behave as though he were above the law. Just take a look at the situation.
See you guys. Yeah, you're gonna block my way. Oh, you're gonna spray bear mace on me. You're gonna spray bear mace on me.
Go back the other way.
No, buddy. Sure. If you push me again,
tell me, we're telling you to go back the other way. You're on private property.
Why can't we just pass? I'm assaulting you. I'm assaulting you.
You want to fucking taste this? Want to fucking taste of it? Want to taste? We can just go. Seriously, get your boats. No problem. I'm fucking pissed off. Now, go back. Walk around. You know your video's already been sent to the fucking cops, guys. You understand? It's already been sent.
Why don't you just let us pass?
Because you read the fucking sign. That said,
you spray that on me.
Between the trail and the pond, then. If it's the same. This is my property. It's not. That's the land trust property.
So is it I'll go through the shrubs, no problem.
Over there. Then go. But can I ask you guys a question? Listen, hey Joe. I'm gonna What's your name? Martin. My name's Scott. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Scott.
What's your name?
Now listen, I'm trying to answer.
You understand why we're upset?
I'm trying to answer.
You guys, can I say one thing to you?
Sure.
You walked by.
Yes.
How many signs?
And I'm trying to explain myself, but you won't. We came all the way here to hike this hike again after 2 years, and we decided, okay, yes, we see the signs. We even saw the reason. We even saw the reason.
Well, I know you don't.
We saw the reason.
But you understand how
yes,
we own this property have to deal with it.
We won't come back. Yes, we decided.
Well, that's it, but I just, in my mind, that's why we're what private property, you not a 1 hour commute to get to that spot. What do you 1 hour to get here? You thought it from Kilburn. Yeah. Okay. You want to know what the biggest thing is? Sorry, I got a little worked up, and I hope you guys can understand.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Let's do it. We're all friends, man.
Sorry, we're not friends. You guys seem to think that like just because you ignored something, if you see something, you just okay. It's not, and then maybe get some more information from folks. Who are we going to get more? We didn't get more information until that sign all the way on the other side. What is that on the sign when you guys feel different?
A simple apology might have softened the owner's heart and prevented the situation. Instead, he felt the need to assert his authority after hiking there for 2 years. This highlights the challenge of preserving certain areas. He likely wouldn't have reacted calmly if the roles were reversed. The signs were clear, yet they chose to ignore them, which was inconsiderate. Meet Diana, the creator of the YouTube channel Wanderlust Diana. She enjoys the outdoors and often sleeps in her SUV. One night, she chose to camp in a beautiful spot in Idaho, unaware that her peaceful night would soon become a frightening experience.
I could really see myself living up here. Yeah. So now we're staying on track, because if we go off track over there, those are, private, that's a private residency over there. It's all huge mansions over there. Man, probably expensive to live in a park like this.
While exploring, she stumbled upon what seemed like the perfect spot to set up camp for the night. However, it quickly became clear that it wasn't quite as ideal as it first appeared.
Guys, someone is outside, I swear. Who is out there? Get away from my car, please. God, I'm leaving. Get away from my car right now. I'm gonna leave.
She made a wise decision to leave when she did, because you can never be sure of someone's true intentions, especially when it comes to strangers. That night, she found herself sleeping in a Walmart parking lot. When morning arrived, she noticed something peculiar.
Guys, let me check one more time. I'm double checking. I'm actually nervous. I'm double checking. See, it's gone. It really is gone. Look at this. Nothing there. Now, my car doesn't have class. It looks weird. My car looks weird without the amulet. This is just madness. Like, I'm not sure what it was. If it was a person or an animal. Took my amulet. It really is missing. It's gone. Look at this. Nothing there.
I'm convinced that the person hanging around outside at night is the one who took it. It certainly didn't just fall off. Still, she felt relieved to be safe, understanding that her life is far more valuable than a car emblem. This video, filmed on July 14th, 2019, in the woods of Košice, Slovakia, shows a hiker on a 2-day trip who starts to feel like he is being watched, and he was right. A loud growl came from outside. Scared, he ran away, but was shocked by what he found. He was scared to see a tall figure shaking the trees. Its large size was noticeable among the other plants. Fearful, the hiker ran away, vowing never to return to the woods. On July 26, 2019, the YouTube channel Jessa J Vlogs uploaded a video. The video follows two girls traveling and camping in a van in a quiet, remote outdoor area.
Jessa is totally listening to music and ignoring me because I made her get up earlier than what she wanted to do this morning.
I can hear you.
I'm done talking to you. We're done. Hey, oh my God, she's talking and interrupting my video.
You tell everyone that I'm ignoring you, but you're the one that says don't talk to me. So I'm like, okay, I'll listen to music.
I don't want her to talk to me because she's been ignoring me for the last 5 minutes.
I don't appreciate that. I can't just listen to music for 5 minutes.
She is listening to music because she is not happy to be on the trail.
I will be happy once we get to the destination of the trail.
I said today was the leisure day. Leisure, 4 miles.
Well, this is gonna be
to
8 miles.
a pool, a
be
pristine pool in the middle of the desert.
The area is empty, with very few people around, which makes the place feel isolated, but they didn't expect this.
You see it? There it is. Oh, wow.
Peter, that is ginormous. That's a rattlesnake. Yeah.
Oh my God, okay. Oh God, okay.
Hannah.
I don't like that. Scare away me from a hike. Rattlesnakes everywhere under the rocks that you're hiking on. No. The answer is no.
Hannah convinced me that I shouldn't just go home because I saw one rattlesnake and we're taking a different way.
We are on the total wrong trail. Where is this thing? Are you okay?
And then with all this snake talk and things, I got real paranoid. And when I felt the thorn go in, it felt like a bite. I was like, oh, I got bit by a rattlesnake. I was like, well, wait. Rattlesnakes' bites aren't the size of a splinter. Let's check to see if it's a thorn first. And it was just a thorn.
Oh.
I was not bitten by a rattlesnake.
That's good. I'm really happy about that. We're going this way.
As
Back
the
across
day goes
the bridge,
on,
and we never
they
should have
return
crossed.
to
We
their
just thought it was
van
pretty,
and
and we
start
realized
settling
that we
in for the
crossed
night.
it, and then
Jay, have a J day.
Ew. Okay, we're done. We are back at our site and we're doing what we always have to do, which is clean the van, but we're doing a really deep cleaning where we're organizing everything that's inside these areas underneath.
But something changes. They later explained that a strange man had been near their campsite and would not leave them alone. The way he stayed around made them feel uncomfortable and watched. The area is quiet and far from others, and now someone unknown knows exactly where they are parked.
But unfortunately, I don't think we can park here tonight because there was this creepy guy and he was like, oh, you guys are so pretty, and you know, all that kind of stuff, and like wouldn't leave us alone. And now we don't really feel safe camping here because he knows we're here.
They decide not to stay there for the night. They quickly pack up and leave the spot, choosing to drive away instead of taking the risk of staying near him. In a quiet and empty area like that, even one person can turn a normal night into something very disturbing. On February 14th, 2022, a solo female traveler with the YouTube channel Asleep 5 Decades had a truly creepy and scary night. Around midnight, she heard footsteps very close to her van. Then a knock right by her head woke her from a deep sleep. At 4:37 in the morning, it was a strange time for a knock. The knocking came 3 times, each time. When she finally said, hello, there was no answer. She thought it might be someone on a bike going up the drive. She lay back down, trying to understand what was happening and worrying that they wanted to rob her.
I was in a dead sleep, and I was woken from a knock, like right where my head is, ironically. So I was like frozen. I looked at the time, and it was very strange to me, like who would be knocking on the van at 4:30 in the morning. So by the second knock, I believe it was second, could be the third knock, and they would knock 3 times every time. I just mustered, hello? And no answer. The person was on a bike, like a pedal bike, like a 10-speed bike, a mountain bike or something, and they were up the drive.
About 10 minutes later, she heard another knock on the side of her van. When she said, "How can I help you?" A voice replied with a question. Feeling unsafe at 4:30 in the morning, she quietly went to the front and peeked out. She saw headlights way up the drive, and then the car backed out and left. She felt very unsafe.
Or lied back down, went back to bed, I should say. And about 15 minutes later, I hear it again, like a knock on the side of my van again. "How can I help you?" And they say, "I got a question for you." And I said, "It's 4:30 in the morning. I don't feel safe." And so I quietly got up and I went to the front and I peeked out and parked way up on the drive. All I could see is like headlights, and then they backed out and went and left. So
Then she heard footsteps again. Someone was back for the third time. When she looked out, she saw someone walking on foot. They hid behind a tree and then went to the same car that had been there earlier. The car came back and then left again. This time, they didn't knock, but she could hear them walking around her van. She felt really scared.
I never thought that I would have to pull it out or grab it. And I did. I hear footprints. Hear that? Yeah, somebody was just here again 3 times now. The third time I looked out, they were walking on foot. I seen them walking and they hid behind the tree there. And then they went to a car, the same car that was here earlier. Well, that was back, and then it backed away and left again. 3 times in one night. This time, they didn't knock though. They were just walking around. I could hear them walking around the van. But I'm not feeling so safe. Like, I'm just feeling like, I don't know.
The next morning, she saw footprints all around her van that were not hers. 2 of her water bottles had been spilled. The big footprints worried her a lot. Someone had been very interested in why she was there.
Look. Somebody spilled 2 of my water bottles right there. 8 liters of water gone, but I don't know why. I don't know why they were, look, see? And then over here, these are like literally footprints. I never go there. If I collect my snow, I go right on this path and I cross over here, and that's my spot right there. But look, they were actually, there's some more. Look at that. They came here, they were standing here, as you can see. Look at the footprints though, look at that. That's massive. See that? Like, this worries me, like, oh my God. Yeah, this has me really concerned. Nothing's here because it's all melted already, but yeah, so, oh, here we go. Here's a couple right here, there and there. Here's a put.
Even though the following night was quiet, she couldn't easily forget the fear she felt that early morning. She realized the person knew she was sleeping in the van because they knocked right by her sleeping area. She felt like she was being watched and knew she had to be more careful after such a creepy night.
Okay, so it's now Sunday, February 13th, and last night it was a quiet night, thank God. I certainly don't want to be put in a situation where I have to use force, like where I have to, if somebody tried to break in my van, well, they would probably be the one getting hurt, because I've got many, many ways of protecting myself, and believe me, I would do what I have to do to defend myself, especially, you know, that was a trigger, and when I get triggered, well, you know, I'm not thinking straight, and so I definitely would not be responsible for my actions. That I know for sure. Like last night, I was seriously, not last night, I mean Friday night, early Saturday morning.
With that being said, let's move on to our next encounter on October 27th, 2022, in the Bonaventure Canal and Valleyfield area. It started like a calm day. The sky was bright and nothing felt wrong. But later, things slowly changed.
Clouds over there, but I don't know which way the wind is blowing or which direction it's going, so kind of like me. I really don't know what I'm doing. There has been so many occasions where guys have just been so sketchy. Yeah, I'll tell you a few. So I'm actually in Boanwa Canal, and I have got my side door open like I always do, but I kind of have it so that people have no reason, they have absolutely no reason to walk on the side of my van so that they can look in it or anything, unless they want to be nosy or, you know, just up to no good. And so that's exactly what this one guy did. I'm in there starting to prepare my dinner, and he pokes his head right in my van, like comes right in my van, the side door, and he's like, "Vous avez un petit ami?" And I was startled and I jumped back. He goes, "Un chum?" And I'm like, I don't speak French. Like, vous avez...
She was inside her van, getting ready to cook. The door was slightly open. Then a man suddenly pushed his head inside. He spoke in French and asked if she had a partner. She felt unsafe right away.
You know, so we can communicate with each other. And I'm thinking, what for? Like, what for? Why are we going to bother communicating, like, or try to communicate and go all through the hassle for what? Because I am a vulnerable woman living by myself in a van. And so men see this and they try to really jump on this opportunity and take full advantage of, vulnerable women. Instead of protecting them, which men are supposed to be doing, protecting women. No, it's not like that anymore. You know, be careful, because their intentions are never what they portray. I ended up shutting the door because he couldn't figure out the Google translation. He was sitting there for, I don't even know, it felt like eternity.
She quietly shut the door on him, but he did not leave. He stayed outside, waiting.
Like, he was just something about him that was really sketchy, shady, and I was just not feeling it. And so I'm not going to ignore my intuition this time. And so shut the door. So he goes in front of the van, and I see him, you know, forever still trying to figure out this this translation, or trying to figure out a way to communicate with me. He's just at the front of my van, and so I kind of like shut the curtains so that he can't see in, you know, and just, you would think he would take the hint. Oh no. So after, I think it was maybe half an hour, I had to be at least that long, trying to figure out how to communicate with me. Well, he gets in his car, and because I had shut my curtains, well, he's trying to get my attention to come out, I suppose. So for a good hour, he drove his car and kept on parking it differently in front of my van, beside my van, but he kept on moving it, like, and I was just creeped right out. I just thought this guy would take...
For almost an hour, he kept moving his car around her van again and again. Each time, closer. It did not feel normal.
Okay, he just moved even closer so that I can't move out, so that I can't go forward. Please leave. Please leave, you sketchy person. Please leave. Okay, this guy is really starting to freak me out. It's been like a half an hour and he just keeps on moving his vehicle so he can see in my van here. Anyways, it's 7 o'clock.
The car stopped very close, so close that she could not drive away. The rain started, it was getting dark. He just stared at her van.
And I didn't trust him when he was trying to talk to me earlier. And he's just staring me down, and I'm afraid to go up the front there, but I still have this set up right there, you know, the umbrella. See? But I'm trying to, so that he doesn't see my phone. Like, where is he now? Look at that. He's really sketchy.
She whispered for him to leave. Her hands were shaking. She stayed still, watching him. A family in a big RV arrived nearby. Only then did she feel a little safe. The man finally left, but later he came back in the dark.
Can't see, but I was just about to get ready to leave, and then somebody pulled in, like a family pulled in a big RV, and they kind of were just kind of behind me, not right behind me, but close enough that they would hear me scream. And so I felt a little comforted with that, and so I decided to stay. And he's close enough that he would hear me yell even. So for the first time, I am grateful to see somebody. Oh, anyways, this guy did leave, and then he did come back about 3 hours later when it was pitch black, and oh my God.
After that, another man came near her van at a park. He sat very close, like he wanted her attention. He kept coming back again and again.
Thought I spilled my coffee on me. I got every, you know, weapon to protect myself out and available, so, you know, in case he decided to do something stupid. But nonetheless, that was creepy. You know, so creepy. So, right after that incident, this is when I ended up coming right here at Davillon Park is where I was. You know, parked underneath the beautiful willow tree where I park when it's super hot, and minding my own business. And I was here for probably a couple days before this one guy that happens to live in Davillon Park, I didn't know it, but he, you know, he comes and he sees me in the van, or he must have seen me here for the days that I was here ahead of time. But anyways, he sits literally with his, there's this little teenage kid he had with him, and he decides to sit like literally right in front of my open door, the side door of my van. I had the screen on then, but he literally sits right in front and has a conversation with this kid. I knew like that was pretty shady. Like, who does that? Who sits right in front, like this? So he was literally about 6 feet away from me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why would somebody do that? Oh, because, yeah, anyways. Like, I ended up talking to him. I knew that's what his intentions were, to get my attention, to start talking to me. And so, yeah, I just wanted to get it over with and let him know that, you know, I'm not interested, go away and stop wasting your time, basically. But for 2 days, it's like this guy kept on coming around, and I found out who this kid was after. I'll tell you in a minute, though. But he's like, yeah, I don't get along. Me and my, you know, it's not my wife, or she's not even my girlfriend. We're just living together out of convenience and for, you know, yeah, to help each other out with the bills and stuff like that. But we don't even sleep together. I haven't even had sex in, you know, 6 months. Right there, red flag. Red flag. Like, I don't give a shit. You know, I really don't care about your sex life, and I don't want to hear about your marital problems, you know, especially telling a stranger about that, right? Red flag. Not interested. You know.
He talked about his personal life strangely. It felt like a warning sign. Something was not right.
Clearly see that I'm rejecting him at every angle. Day 3, he comes back, but guess who he brings? He brings his girlfriend. And not only is he in a relationship, well, she's pregnant. You know, she made sure to let me know that she was pregnant and that she was his woman. He acted like he didn't even know me. He's never seen me, never talked to me. And as a matter of fact, he goes, hey, miss, do you mind if I borrow this chair that I'm sitting on? Because it was sitting outside the van. I was in the van at this time with the screen on. So when I wasn't using it, so I'm like, you know, go ahead. So they take this chair, and they could have sat anywhere, but they sat.
One day, another came back with a woman. They sat right in front of her van for hours, watching, talking loudly, making her uncomfortable. They would not leave.
All right, say give that fucking stick back. Say it. You're a bitch. Fight and get it over with. Get it going.
4 hours. And while they were sitting there, you know, he was acting, like I said, like he's never talked to me. She was sitting there saying stuff like, oh, honey, you know, what do you think you want to name the baby? And, oh, and anyway, she was letting me know that she was pregnant, letting me know that this was her man. The things that she was, it was so obvious that she was making it clear, like, back off. When I wasn't even interested in the first place. You know, but anyways, it was really, really sketchy, and I felt like not safe. You could tell right away that he was, you know, he's bad news. He was triangulating. He was just manipulating. He's a 100% narcissistic, you know, just, there's my friend Dean coming back right now, so this video might be interrupted again, but that's okay.
She felt trapped inside. She stayed quiet, listening to every sound outside.
But that would be when my next thing happened. Here I'm thinking I'm safe, and it's in the middle of the afternoon. It's probably like only, you know, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm about to prepare myself something to eat, and I've got a knife in my hand. Thankfully, it's just a paring knife, but nonetheless, a knife in my hand as I'm preparing food.
Suddenly, a face appeared at her window, just eyes and a nose. Watching her, she screamed. The boy jumped back and ran away.
Something, you know, like my intuition told me to immediately stop what I was doing and turn around. And as I did, this kid, he had his, like you could see just his nose and his eyes. He's peeking in at me. You can't see his body, but he's peeking literally right in at me. And I like scream, but I have the knife in my hand, you know? So it startled him too. And I'm like, what the hell? He jumps back further than I did. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I go, well, what the hell do you want? And he's like, do you have the time? And he's got a cell phone in his hand.
She realized she had never heard him come close. That scared her the most.
I didn't even hear anything, and he could have just come right in the van and done whatever he wanted, like muffled my mouth or, you know, well, you get it. Anything could have happened because I don't even know how long he was peeking in at me before my intuition told me to turn around.
That night, around 1 a.m., a strange sound woke her up like a small car.
1 o'clock in the morning, and I get woken up, which sounds like a what do you call that? A remote control car is like now squealing. I'm thinking that doesn't sound like a, you know.
A man was outside controlling a toy car, driving it around her van in circles. In a huge empty parking lot, he chose that one spot.
The driver's side, and this guy is standing like pretty close to my van, but he does have this, you know, remote control car, and he's zooming it around the parking lot and around my van.
There was so much empty space, but he stayed close. Too close.
This lot is right here. That's not even a parking lot. That's just a big open space. This is where a lot of truckers park to have a little rest. And back here is the loading dock for Walmart. But look at how big this spot is. So why would he be, you know, with his remote control car right here at 1 o'clock in the morning? Creepy, right?
When he noticed she was watching, he slowly walked away. After all this, the fear did not go away. It stayed quiet, like something could happen again at any time. On March 30th, 2025, somewhere in the South, while she was living solo in a van and camping alone, a scary thing happened to her. She had been trying to feel better by hiking in Sketchy National Forest in Louisiana. She had felt sad for days while living in her car. She went for a simple overnight camp. But a creepy find at the campsite made her scared. What she found will leave you shook as well.
Arguably the best trail in Louisiana. So, pretty excited. It should also be the season for azaleas. So hopefully we'll get to see some beautiful azaleas in bloom and just restore my mental health.
She had been trying to feel better by hiking in Sketchy National Forest in Louisiana. The woods were quiet, but she felt uneasy. She also saw the first wild azalea around. She noticed a strange smell around.
I'm sure I'll find them, and yeah, by the water crossing is where I'm kind of expecting to see them. There's an interesting aroma. I just got my first glimpse at the very first wild azalea. It's so beautiful. So yeah, as I was saying, there's an interesting aroma that I've kind of walked into. It kind of smells like flavored tobacco, cigar. It's very interesting.
She kept seeing the same man on the trail, and he acted strangely and didn't talk much. This made her feel more worried.
The energy is just off. That is what's been happening to me a little bit today. I'm about 3 miles in and I found this spot that I would really love to camp. But just as I was getting here, I saw somebody that I've seen twice already today. The first time I saw him, he only had a water bottle in his hand, no backpack or anything. And I saw him at the trailhead where I parked my car as I was still pulling things out of my car. And at that point, as soon as he saw me, he sort of turned around and headed back onto the trail. I've seen him 4 times, I just realized. And then I saw him as I was hiking. I'd started with my pack up the trail, and he came from behind me, still with just the water bottle. And I didn't hear him at first, but it kind of startled me a little bit. So I moved over to let him go past, and that time was the first time I said, "Oh, hello." And he just said, "Hi." The next time I saw him, he was at a crossroads, and it looked like he was loading things into his car to leave. But I guess he was pulling a backpack out, because even though I didn't say anything to him at that point, I literally just got across this bridge that's behind me, and I was filming some of the wild azaleas, and there he came from behind me again, this time with the backpack on, like an overnight backpack. And I said, "Oh, hello again." I might have even filmed that, although I didn't film him.
She found a place to camp, hidden away. But then, around, she saw it, a trail camera pointing right at the campsite. This was the scary part. She felt angry and scared because it felt like someone was secretly watching her. You can see the camera around.
To this area that I was looking across at, you see, there's the bridge, you can see that. And then the backpack's right there. I was thinking I was going to camp over there, but I looked over and I saw this area here, the clearing, and I thought, you know what, that's a bit more hidden from trail. I might feel more comfortable and secure over there, so I came over. Why is there a trail cam pointing to that campsite? I don't really know how those things work. Maybe it's not visible on the camera, but like, what else is it pointing at?
She looked closer and saw the camera around. She knew she had to leave right away. The path to the campsite with the camera was blocked by logs, as if someone didn't want people to go there. She wondered if it was to hide the camera around.
Like, here's the trail cam. What is it pointing at? Putting my camera right behind. My backpack is right there. That's where I was going to camp. Like, that's an established campsite. Looks like this one is too, but what the heck is going on here? First, weird energy. Second, a trail cam pointed at a campsite. I think, yeah, I think 1 strike, 2 strike. I gotta get out of here before 3 strikes and I'm out. Is it just me? Or is that weird?
Later, she met some other hikers around and told them about the camera. They said it was not normal and she should tell the forest people around. The whole day had been very strange. She went to camp by Valentine Lake, feeling safer. The next day was rainy, but she felt better away from the scary camera in the woods.
Like, where is it? Oh, there it is. I see it now. Okay, let's see if I can show you guys. Ooh, it's hard. Okay, maybe right here. I'm gonna try to zoom even more. It's gonna get really bad. Quality, but there it is. You can see it right there. You can see it. I'm out of here. What actually just happened? That was the strangest afternoon hike backpacking trip ever. If it wasn't one thing, it was another, but it all worked out. I'm back at the car. There's a nearby lake called Valentine Lake.
The feeling of being watched made her feel more alone and worried than before. With that being said, let's move on to our next creepy forest encounter. On July 1st, 2018, in Chefchaouen, Morocco. Susie Cruz uploaded this video, but what she went through did not feel like a normal travel story. It felt like something slowly going wrong. At first, it didn't look dangerous. She had just left Morocco after only 2 days. No sleep, just driving non-stop, trying to escape. Her wallet was gone. No money, no cards, nothing. Only her passport was hidden in the car. Her voice sounded tired and shaken.
Passport that I still have left, that I was hidden in the car. And, well, I cannot really, I'm a bit overwhelmed right now because it was just so recent. It was just some hours ago. I was all overwhelmed with the culture shock, with differences between the Europe and Africa. I mean, normally I'm really easy adapting person. I can live.
She said people kept staring, calling out, and making strange noises at her on the street. She tried to ignore it, but it didn't stop. It kept happening again and again.
People would look at me and I would drag so much attention. I didn't want to, because even if I was dressed up that way, the guys on the street, and there were mainly so many guys on the street sitting in the cafes or whatever and just making these noises like as if I was a dog. And of course I can ignore it. You pass by. But first of all, I'm not used to it, that when I walk a street for 5 minutes, just one street, that 10 different people approach me and they do all like ni hao, and doing all these noises. So already that was really hard for me to just say, okay, I'm gonna let this get off my chest really easily and just ignore them.
In the middle of a crowded street, she couldn't take it anymore. She hid in a small corner, alone and broken down. Men were watching her from all sides. She said it felt like she couldn't even be herself anymore. Then things got worse.
It was difficult for me. So I had a time when I was like, just couldn't take it anymore, and I leaked out in tears, and it was in Chefchaouen in the Blue City, you remember? So I don't know if you know it. So as I was there, I was walking down the street and there were so many men just coming from all corners looking at me, and which is you know, which, okay, I understand, looks are looks, but I actually finally get now what the women say when guys look at you
that as if they would dress you down, you know. And I was dressed like this, long pants and this shirt, nothing showing off, and still yet I would just get so many comments. And then what was really hard for me was then, because I just couldn't take it anymore, so I walked down the street, hide myself into like a little corner of a street.
A man came to her, someone who finally felt safe. She trusted him.
Another guy came, and I felt with him he was really actually kind of friendly and just trying to cheer me up. So he was like, come on, cheer up, and we talked a little bit, and he's like, come on, my shop is just next door, you can sit there and maybe have a drink.
Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome in the Blue City in Shower.
And we're gonna drink some tea, right?
Yeah, the last name is called Leisha. Leisha is called, is like, it means the dinner.
Oh,
Leisha. And when you people praying and going outside of the mosque, close the mosque and go and taking the dinner and sleeping after.
I'll make a tea. And then he gave me like a little game and everything, and then he got me tea and all that stuff, and he was really nice. And normally I'm really good feeling intuitionally vibes of the people.
But later that night, the same man started acting differently. He didn't want to leave. He kept insisting. His voice changed. A little more force, a little more pressure. That's when fear started to grow.
Didn't want to leave right away. He was always trying to insist, saying like, oh, you know, kind of starting already inviting himself and saying, oh, you know, it's not so safe here, you can sleep here, I will just be outside and waiting and taking care. I was like, no, don't worry, I can do it, I've been doing van life for so long. And he started to kind of insist but then he said like, oh, okay, but still didn't tried. And I felt really weird in this moment already, so I got really nervous. So he walked out to the neighbor's car because there was another group of people standing there.
While the man stepped away for a moment, she quietly grabbed pepper spray and kept it hidden near her. She didn't say anything, but she was preparing.
And he asked him for a cigarette. And in the moment as he went out, I grabbed my pepper spray and hid it next to the door, like where my driver's seat, and hide it there. As I was sitting there, we were driving back to his place because it was really late, and I was like, you know, I really want to be alone. I don't want to be with someone here. And I drove him back, and then he was really demanding, and he was like, oh, why don't you drive there first and you can turn around. I was like, why don't you go off? And then he said like, what, I helped you all day today, why can't you just do that for me? And I couldn't feel like I could say anything against it, because I felt already he was raising a little bit his voice and aggressionness. So I did what he said, and then we drove around the corner, and then around about back to his house, because he wanted me to show me the parking that I could park, and said like, I don't want to park there. And then he showed me the round, and then we went past back again, almost close to his house. He's like, oh, you know, and it was already almost 3 o'clock. I was like, oh, I want to get some cigarettes. I was like, what, so late? And then he's like, yeah, just drive there, it's really close, I'll walk back. And we drove, and it just didn't stop. And in this moment I called Growls because I was scared. I wanted him to be here.
She was scared. She called someone on the phone just so someone could hear what was happening. The man noticed, took the phone, and started talking instead.
So I talked to him, and so he could listen to everything that he said. And then he said, the guy, Hassan was his name, he said, give me the phone, I want to talk to him. So Hassan took the phone and said, I don't like you, because how can you let such a beautiful girl just doing this whole thing by her own in this dangerous country? And Joe was a bit perplexed and didn't know what was happening, but playing it off jokingly, but he already felt a weird vibe. So as I was driving, and he didn't say stop at any point for the cigarettes, and I was getting really nervous because I wanted to sleep. I wanted him to get out of the car, and I was like, where do we have to go? And at some point later he stopped, because I was on the phone saying, I'm nervous, I just want to sleep. And Joe was saying like, hey dude, she did so much already, why don't you just let her go? And then we got back, and then he said to me, give me some money because I spent it all day with you. I want to buy some cigarettes so I can get the taxi home. And I wanted to give him money because I just wanted him to get out of the car. So I wanted to give him the money.
Then suddenly, her wallet was gone. Just like that, it had been there before. Now it wasn't. The man got angry, accusing her, raising his voice. The pressure became heavier.
As I was looking in the car, my wallet was gone. And before we actually left the car, I had the wallet in my car. So the wallet was gone and we were looking like crazy. And then he accused me that I was lying to him, that I didn't want to give him money, and pretended the wallet was stolen. And I was so nervous, crying and nervous, and I feel like he was saying all these things and I couldn't handle it anymore. So he was there putting so much pressure on me. And then at some point we were here searching and searching, nothing was there, and he took the phone, and Growls was still on the phone, calling and calling, and then he just like hang up the phone. I was like...
He got closer. She locked the car doors at one point, but still didn't drive away. She was too scared. She thought that if she tried, he might chase her.
And Growls was calling me, and the guy, he just turned off my phone, and I was like, please don't. He's like, please, you can't do things at the same time. And he was so demanding that I just couldn't say anything. I just wanted him to get out. And then at this point, another guy came, but he was also just talking with him in Moroccan. I don't know what they talked about. They switched number and whatever, I don't know. And I was here trying to relax, and he was sitting here, and also like at some point I was trying to relax. I relaxed and said, okay, you know what, I'm really sorry. And all the time he was saying, why are you calling him anyway? He's a Portuguese guy. He's just probably sleeps around with so many other chicks and all that stuff, you know.
Then something disturbing happened. He picked up her clothes and smelled them. She stayed silent, frozen, not knowing what to do.
If you drive away, he will chase you, because he was like a bit further than the car. But I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And then he knocked on my door again, so I opened the door again. I couldn't escape. As I opened the door, I said, oh, can you maybe wait outside? I want to do a wee in the van because I have a little pod. And then at this moment, luckily, he said, okay, you take your time. I will be back in 10-15 minutes. Because he wanted to ask some people for the cigarettes. And before, the creepiest thing that he did, I'm sorry, as we were cleaning to find a wallet, he was also looking into my dirty clothes, and then he got an undie and just smelled on it, and I just didn't say anything.
Finally, when he stepped away, she got her chance. She turned the key and drove. She didn't stop.
So, and then he left, and I was still really like in shock, in adrenaline. So I turned on my phone. I called Joel again. He was still awake waiting for me. And I called him and said what I'm supposed to do. And then he said, drive away. And then only then I could have the courage.
She kept driving through the dark, out of the city, out of the country, until she reached Spain. On October 5th, 2025, the YouTube channel D's Dark Adventures uploaded a video. The video takes place near a place locals call the Screaming Barn, deep in the woods somewhere in the United States. What starts as a normal night exploration slowly turns into a terrifying experience.
I got there, but we're not doing that right now. I want to get into the woods. I just heard knocking after he just turned his camera off. There was knocking coming. It was.
What was that?
I don't know.
I was trying to distinguish what that could be. I have no idea what that could have been.
I'm hearing ducks or geese or something. There's no water. But those woods...
That definitely wasn't the...
At the beginning of the video, she arrives at the old barn with her friend Bear. They plan to walk through the woods and head toward a river that is about a mile away. The forest is quiet at first, but very soon they hear strange knocking from deep within the trees.
Those woods look closer than they are. What?
Oh, did you hear that?
Listen.
Holy smokes, look.
Dude. Hold on.
I just heard something come from the barn too, but that was 2 huge clacks.
I wonder if it was answering the one back there.
Did you hear that?
That wasn't a gun, was it? Pop out.
I wonder if the safety cameras picked up the... You guys had to hear that first one.
Well, that one knock
It was
was...
like some little...
Dude, careful, you're gonna break your damn leg. I'm wondering if it answered the knock from that one over there.
As they move deeper into the woods, the feeling in the area becomes strange. She suddenly hears footsteps in the darkness, but she cannot see anything around her.
Yeah, I just heard something like walking right behind me.
Dude, this place is crazy, I'm telling you. Screams, everything. It took us a good minute to walk out here, and then we were trying to figure out how to get to the woods. What? And then it's something breathing because you can see your breath and you'll catch it.
Yeah, like a deep breath and a deep cloud.
Did it come out of the grass?
I don't know, because I was looking around and then I looked.
Not long after that, she briefly notices yellow eyes flashing in the distance between the trees, but the shape disappears quickly before she can see what it is.
It's colder right here than it is over there.
I looked at the screen. I was looking around with my eyes first, then I looked at the screen, and right in the middle there was like this patch. It was like a cloud.
I just saw eyes. Way back there it was yellow. It was a quick flash. Woo!
My heart's racing. That's right out their gate, man.
I'm telling you, this place is nuts.
Right before that first 2 big ones, there was something happening in the barn too.
Oh, my light just died. My light just died, but it's not blinking. All right, I'm going back here wherever this was. I want this. I can get the camera to stay straight. That was crazy. Knock. Was that a knock from back here?
I didn't hear it. I was just thinking about how my blood pressure was feeling.
Girl, boy, you need to get some medicine for that. Dude. There's a stick break right here. It's inside there. I don't know. I hope I dropped that. Woo! What is this? Ew, I don't like it. Trails off every direction. Everywhere. What was that?
They keep walking, trying to understand what is happening.
It's so weird.
It sounded like something took off in the woods but broke a big giant tree in the process. There's the owl. That's the only owl they mimic that I know of. That's the only owl I've ever heard them mimic. Well, I don't know if this light work.
But you said you heard something. Where was it running? And back here?
Yeah.
Back here.
In there. Way in there. But
Man, I'd love to get that whiskey back.
80 pounds at least. If it was any bigger, it would have crushed it. All right.
Is that an eyeball?
Yeah.
Is that a huge eyeball?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry, my bad. I don't see it. We need to find a spot and sit and be quiet and watch.
Let's put down some cat balls
Huh?
I think it's
So far we're the ones walking and they're doing stuff. I think that we walked into them knocking, but they would usually stop.
I wasn't happy with my knock. That old post didn't.
The sounds begin to move around them. At times it feels like something is running in circles nearby, stopping and starting again. It slowly begins to feel like they are being watched from different directions.
Whoa.
Stop.
Hey, a minute ago there was something big over there.
Hold on, dude. Did you hear that?
That's a whole different thing. That was something different.
What?
That last thing, I've been listening over here. It was something.
I'm trying. Hold on.
Later, strange calls echo through the forest. The sounds do not match any animal she recognizes. The calls seem to move closer along the trail, as if something is slowly approaching them.
I got talking.
I'm so hot right now.
Oh my God, dude.
That was coming straight at us. It kept coming. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
It was getting closer.
Listen.
There's one over here to the right, too.
I told you we got something behind us talking.
They're circling, man. There's something right over beside us, too.
Well, they want you to look this direction while something else happens. That's why I ignore it when they do it in my videos. Because I'm either looking at something or getting close to something they don't want me to see.
Oh, look. It's walking.
Soon after that, low growling noises begin coming from the dark woods nearby, making the situation even more tense.
There's growling. Get it on, man. There's a growling coming from there, and the ranting just came from there. I got it on camera. If you need to use it, just put D's POV. It looks like there's a trail or something in here. Something's been sitting here. It's all bared and soft and all the leaves are laid down. It was. No, it took off running towards this way.
They decide to separate slightly so they can watch different directions of the trail. But that decision quickly turns dangerous. While standing alone, she suddenly hears movement behind her. Before she can turn around, something grabs her from behind by the hood of her jacket and her hair.
Stupid leg, get off. I'm stuck on these stupid bushes. I'm gonna come out a little bit more. Well, I can't see. The closer I get to these, I can't see over, and I keep hearing things. So I'm trying to be as far back as I can. Wow! All right, my whistle's scared. listen.
Whatever grabbed her pulls her backward through the bushes, dragging her across the ground.
Ow, son of a... Where you at? What the heck just happened? What happened? Hey! What just happened? Huh? Holy smokes, man, you're freaking way back here.
Branches and thorns scrape across her back while she struggles to get free. Her friend rushes toward her, shocked at what just happened.
Come on. Hey, we gotta get, how do we even get out of here? That drug you back?
No, dude, but fucking hiccups.
That was through a whole fucking field.
Oh, my back is fucked.
There's a path. It just yanked you right through all that.
Where's my
Right here.
camera?
I don't know.
Oh my god, here. It's still going. Oh my god. It just drugged me.
I gotta get my camera.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, we gotta go.
I have no idea. Get your bag.
I'm trying. Fuck.
Get here.
Go get your stuff. I got mine. Go.
When she finally gets free, she is clearly hurt. She says her back is scratched and bleeding, and her head hurts badly where her hair was pulled.
I'm fucked, dude. My back is fucked. It was thorns.
Let me see.
I don't want to let right now. We'll get to the truck. Go. Oh my god, my back is bleeding. I can feel it. It wouldn't let go until I said Jesus.
At that moment, they decide the exploration is over. Both of them rush back toward the truck, trying to leave the forest as quickly as possible.
As soon as I said Jesus, it let go. I don't want to hold on. I want to go.
Ow, son of a...
What? Are you okay?
Sorry.
Oh my god, dude, my bag. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Just cut the camera. Cut the camera.
Okay, let's go this way. I don't know. This way should be faster.
By the end of the night, she is still shaken and confused. She says she does not know what grabbed her in the dark woods or why it attacked. And that uncertainty is the part that scares her the most. On July 11th, 2024, the YouTube channel Exploring with Angelo uploaded a video showing a solo night investigation in a place locals call the Satanic Cult Forest in Ontario, Canada. According to stories from locals, strange people are often seen entering these woods late at night. Some even believe rituals have happened there.
At the Satanic Cult Forest, we were here, I want to say about 2 weeks ago, roughly, maybe not even. But when we were here, we actually discovered something, proof that there is some sort of cult coming through here. A lot of locals, like I've explained before, have been telling us stories of seeing weird people coming in and out of the woods here late at night, sometimes even during the day. So apparently a local was actually walking through and found something kind of crazy in here the other day, which I will get to in a moment. I'll explain exactly what it is that they found. I'm going to actually try and head towards the spot and see if there's any remnants of whatever they found, which, like I said, I will explain shortly. But the last time we were here, things got kind of crazy. Actually, the last 2 times we were here. There was one time I was alone, other time we were with Brad. But yeah, I am once again alone. I'm about to go pretty far in there and just, I guess, see what we find. We're going to also camp out again, try and
As he walks deeper into the forest, he keeps hearing movement around him in the dark, even though he cannot see anything nearby.
Side as well, and I'm also going to do something that I probably shouldn't do, especially alone, but we're going to do it anyways. We're experimenting. We're trying new things here, so smash the like button and let's get this party started. Okay, so just starting out here, first things first, hoping this spot is not super muddy like it usually is, because I just really don't want to slip. I'm all nice and clean. Ooh, it's nasty here. Can we get around this? We can if we go that way. Now that looks crappy too. Damn it. Alright, looks like we're using these logs. I keep hearing things moving around, but probably just wildlife. At one point I could have sworn I heard somebody.
A few minutes later, he suddenly hears what sounds like a man talking somewhere in the woods. But there are no cars nearby, and no other people should be there.
Talking. Sounded like a male, but there's no cars out there, just mine, unless, I mean, if somebody's coming in here, they could be parking elsewhere and taking a different entrance. Man, it's really nasty here. It's been raining quite a bit, on and off. Actually, I'm not sure if it rained down here. I was up north. Went on a little fishing trip with my friend for a couple of days. First time doing that. Okay. First things first, is anyone here? We're hearing things moving around. Lots of mosquitoes, but I also put on a lot of bug spray. So far it's working. Oh man, for a second I thought there was...
While walking, his camera briefly detects a human shape behind him for a split second. Then it disappears immediately.
Oh, my camera just picked up on a person for like a split second and then it went away. Okay, there could be something going on in here. To be honest, this forest is always one crazy ass adventure. There's always something going on in here. Definitely one of my favorite trails though, that's for sure. Keep hearing something moving around. I just don't want to get like jumped by a skunk. That would suck. Go home smelling like that. That would be gross. Something's definitely moving around. Let's just try not to get stuck.
Eventually, he reaches the area where he plans to camp. That is when he explains something disturbing.
Yeah, it just makes things a little easier. So, I figure I might as well take a second and explain what it is that they found here. There was an animal sacrifice done in here, and you're also not going to believe where it was. It was actually at the spot that we were investigating, set up the tent the first time Brad and I decided to camp out here. And yeah, it's kind of spooky. It was like, it looked like the area where we constantly find fires. They have no idea who did it. It was reported to the police. From what I know, cleaned up. I couldn't come right away because obviously I was up north on my fishing trip. So that was that. But yeah, I guess we'll go over there. We'll see if there's anything else like left over there. But I'm gonna essentially do something really stupid. Like I said, I'm gonna play the Ouija board in here. If this place is really that up and that haunted, we should be...
As he continues walking through the dark trail, the spirit talking device he is using suddenly starts saying random names, including Fred and Bernadette.
It was running. That's why I stopped. We got Fred. Who's Fred? What the... Oh, okay. It's like another marker on a tree. That's weird. I don't think that was ever there. That seems new.
Bernadette.
Bernadette. Who is Bernadette? She's somebody connected to these woods somehow. So one time we were here, I think it was the last time I was here actually. It might have been around here somewhere, maybe a little further up ahead, but we literally found...
Then something strange happens.
Okay. Okay, what the f*** is that? What is that noise? Hello? What the hell? That was loud. That was definitely not an animal noise. There's no way. I don't see nothing. Hello? You know, I'm gonna go back for a second just to check. What the f was that? Hello? Okay, that was really strange.
Right after that moment, his camera battery suddenly drops from around 75% to almost dead within seconds, which he finds very unusual.
My ear is suddenly ringing for some reason. And somehow I already have to change this battery. What the hell? This thing was just at like 75%. Now it's at like 10. What the f? Fill up. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to change this battery real quick and then we'll continue on. Okay, well, I changed up the battery. I don't know how that battery died that fast. That was odd. Seems to be getting battery drain from something, which to be honest doesn't happen very often with this particular camera. I just went for a second, I just saw something move. Happens a lot here. A lot of almost like shadow figure type of things. I don't know what the hell is lurking in here, but I think there's some evil shit. Okay.
Soon after, he reaches the place where the ritual was reportedly found. He explains that someone had killed a dog in that area, which deeply disturbs him.
That's actually where they found this sacrifice, which is freaking crazy. And from what I was told... Ooh, what the hell was that? Has that moved? Okay, just wildlife. Hopefully. But from what I was told... sad to say it, but somebody basically murdered a dog, which is just messed up. I don't know why. Like, why would you murder a freaking dog? Also, why did my spirit talker suddenly stop talking? Oh, it turned off. What the hell? Yeah, it literally completely turned off. That's weird. Okay. Weirdly enough, a lot of you guys pointed out...
Not long after leaving that area, he begins hearing soft thumping sounds behind him, like something falling or stepping on the ground.
Okay. Weird. Okay, now I just heard like a thump directly behind me. I mean, unless it was like a really big pine cone. Anybody. What? Okay, whatever. So spooky in here.
I'll get you.
I'll get you? What the f? Now that's a warning.
Then the device gives an even more disturbing message.
Warning. Who's gonna get me? Suddenly feel like I'm being followed. Like I'm not alone. Okay, tons of spider webs. Oh. This section is just something else right here. With all these creepy looking dead trees. They're probably not dead, but probably just seasonal. But then again, I think during the winter there's never any leaves or anything on these trees either. Interestingly enough. Okay, I don't even know what that just said. Let me stop and check. Whoa, damn, that's a big, big ass bug. Scared the crap out of me. It said, we settled here, and before that was just, I'll get you. That's creepy.
Later, as he walks back toward his campsite, he hears a whistle coming from somewhere in the dark woods, even though he is completely alone.
Yeah, I swear I just heard a whistle. Sounded like it was down there. My name is Angelo. There's no one else with me. I gotta review my footage. I want to see if that marker right there, that could just have indicated to cut a tree down. I'm not really 100% sure, but I swear I heard a whistle out there. Someone over there? Ooh. Being encircled by a crazy bug.
When he finally reaches the tent, he decides to do something risky. Inside the tent, he sets up an Ouija board to try communicating with whatever might be in the forest.
Hopefully nothing kills us. Alright, we got the Ouija board here set up. And I'm going to get Spirit Talker running first. So just ask some questions. And then we'll ask more questions on here. And also, I know I'm really glossy. It's so gross. I'm just like absolutely doused in DEET. Bugs even managed to get in here, but at least we're mostly protected from the elements and nasty mosquitoes and bugs at the moment, so that's good. Need a little like window or something in here. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I could use some water. I am parched. It was a really hot day today, and we had about a 3-hour drive. Me and my buddy Anthony, we also went shooting today, went fishing the last couple of days.
But the moment the session begins, strange things start happening. He suddenly hears something moving outside the tent, as if someone is slowly walking around it in the dark.
Okay, that's spooky. Yes, this is a board. It's called a Ouija board. Just heard something move outside the tent. Is there somebody outside the tent? Yes or no? Why does it keep going at 0?
Then the sounds come closer. It begins to sound like something has walked directly up to the front of the tent.
It also sounds like something just walked up to the front of the tent. What the fuck? What is that? There's something out there.
Like.
Okay, I'm gonna end the session for a second, okay? I'm closing off the session. What did I just do? It stopped. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. That was...
Moments later, a loud and terrifying noise suddenly comes from outside, causing him to panic.
Weird. It literally walked as it walked. It literally sounded as
Stacy.
What the was that? Nope, no. That's... I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know if I want to know what the hell that was. Okay, somebody tell me what that was. Just keep that a little closer. I don't know what that was. That was a really scary noise. It's getting a little hard to breathe in here. Okay, you know what? This is...
After that, another strange sound echoes through the forest. This time, it sounds almost like a pig squeal, which makes the situation even more disturbing.
What in the hell was that? That was distant, but you know what it almost sounded like? It almost sounded like a pig squeal. What the f... Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on right now, but... do we dare even try this again? It was working. Alright, I'm opening up this...
Not long after, the spirit device gives a chilling warning. It repeatedly tells him to leave.
To go? Is somebody warning me? Yes? And... Yes? What exactly is here? Is some... It's waiting? Doom? What's here? Is it demonic? Yes. Did whatever this group of people do the other day, did it conjure something even further? Live? Sounded almost like it said stop. Leave. Why do you want me to leave so bad? What the hell was that? I'm telling you, the shit that comes through on this thing is mind-boggling sometimes. Leave. Somebody warning me. Somebody that might be looking out for me. Yes?
Then something even stranger happens.
Whoa, I just saw something. What in the holy shit. No. Okay, nope. I literally just saw somebody walk by. I don't know what that was. Who's out there? Something keeps warning me to leave, but I just saw. It looked like somebody walked right by. Holy shit. I have half a mind to just up and leave right now. I have think I might do that. Okay. Let's just give it a minute.
That moment is enough for him. Shaken and confused, he decides to pack everything and leave the forest immediately.
What do I do? Honestly, I think I should probably leave. Yeah, let's, I think I'm gonna do that. Oh man. I'm legit, like, shaking right now. Oh. There's nothing here. Nothing here, no one here. Okay, I'm gonna pack up this tent real quick and get the f out of here. Okay, got all my stuff, I think. Let me just double check. I just want to get the hell out of here. I'm also hearing thunder about to roll in. So, good timing. I was hoping to stay a lot longer, but I don't know. I don't think this is...
As he rushes out through the trail, he says he feels like something is following him from behind.
Camera before. Okay, looks like we're almost in the clear. Sorry about the rattling. I just ended up leaving the tripod on the camera. Just a little tripod. I was almost even tempted to just leave the camera at this point. Not the camera, sorry, the tent. Okay, something smells really weird now all of a sudden. Almost sulfuric. That is not good.
Just before reaching the exit, he even hears a strange sound close to his ear, even though nothing is around him.
Okay. I just heard something. Something made a sound in my ear. What the was that? Nope. Let's just go. There's the exit. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, that was freaky. Holy crap. Oh. I don't know what the hell that was. Something literally just like made a sound in my ear. It's like something was following me out of there, which is not good. Whatever the hell is in this place is definitely not good. This is not a good entity of any sort. Honestly, people probably shouldn't go here, but who the hell am I to stop them? Oh, holy man. Oh, I gotta really...
By the time he finally reaches the road, he admits something important. Coming into that forest alone and using a Ouija board in a place linked to dark rituals was probably a very bad idea. On January 1st, 2025, the YouTube channel Safety Third uploaded a video. The trip takes place deep inside Daniel Boone National Forest in eastern Kentucky. He was exploring the forest alone while looking for old abandoned mines along the Sheltowee Trace Trail.
There's a Sheltowee Trace Trail here? We may use this. We may use this trail. I didn't know this was here. That's the Sheltowee Trace Trail, I guess. The reason I say we may use it is because we need to get across Rock Creek. If it's the Sheltowee Trace Trail, it's a pretty famous trail. It probably has a bridge we can use, and then we can just go through the woods to access what we want. This bridge was a really big deal back in the day, man. That's the creek we got to get across. This right here that's the Cumberland River. Big river. There is a trail down there. That's interesting. There may or may not be a bridge. I'm just kind of thinking.
At first, the walk seems normal. He crosses a creek and moves deeper into the woods while following old paths and markers. Soon, he starts noticing strange land shapes and sinkholes that look almost man-made.
And there is. I don't know what's on this side. I haven't mapped anything over there. I haven't really looked. It was a railroad, so you never know, there could be structures there. So we're gonna go back down there, take that trail. That way it's going the right way. See if there's a bridge. See what I mean? So that's the K&T Railroad Bridge. Okay, may as well check it out. Better than walking the road. Hopefully there is a bridge though. We'll see. Yeah, it is Sheltoe Trace. See what that looks like. It's just right over here. The old foot trail goes that way, I think. Part of it does. I don't know. There's another marker on the tree here too. This is weird, man. Maybe it's just old hiking trails that are derelict now. There's a sinkhole. Yeah, you can't tell me that ain't man-made. This place.
A few minutes later, something suddenly crashes somewhere on the hillside. He stops and listens, trying to stay calm, thinking it might be a tree falling or rolling downhill.
Rain. Just heard something big over that way. It was big. Could have been a tree rolling down the hill, maybe just happened to collapse. I don't know. Having everything else though, so it's probably a tree. It was big though, made a lot of racket. Sinkhole? Big one? I don't know. Could have been something here. It's a very large dimple with cutouts on both sides. I just wish I could get an idea of what altitude I need to be looking at. I thought it would be slightly over 800, but so far, nothing up there. Everything's pointing lower. Okay, this is starting to look more right. Now we're kind of right on the money. What do we got?
As he continues walking, he reaches a collapsed mine entrance. While standing there, he hears a strange knocking sound coming from the woods uphill, like wood being hit again and again. He pauses and listens carefully, wondering if it could be an animal.
I think I see the coal seam. Maybe the top of it there. Look at that. Okay. Something's knocking wood up there. I don't know, that's weird. What is that, man? It seems like maybe it's a squirrel cracking a nut or something. I don't know. I want to go over here and check this because my curiosity is killing me. The fact that they put up a sign and there's a concrete structure. You know, got all this coal refuse. It's all coal shale. There's a ton of it. A bunch of coal too. It's amazing trees and stuff can grow in this, but
the ground becomes rough and full of coal and loose rock. Suddenly, he reacts to another sharp sound nearby that reminds him of a snake moving through the leaves.
So what's going on over here? God, that sounded like a snake. Danger, peligro, unsafe mine shafts and high walls, dead gas, lack of oxygen, unsafe ladders, unstable explosives, and deep pools of water. Stay out, stay alive. No entree. Pro deja, su vida. Fascinating. So where's the mine? I mean, you put up a sign, right? There's old red brick there. So where's mine? Maybe they were just being lazy and put the sign over here even though we know they're over there. That was there for a reason.
Later, he discovers a large mine entrance that has been sealed shut, with heavy metal bars and a welded gate deep in the hillside. Seeing such a strong gate in the middle of nowhere makes the place feel even stranger.
Here, I'm going to divert a little bit. Thought I heard something weird. I don't know. Okay, so definitely here. Look, very old man-made stone wall, bridge abutment. Looks like both sides of the creek there. God, that is old. Wow. They freaking gated it. They're put a gate. You gotta be kidding me. We're back to the gates now. We're back to the gates now. We're freaking nowhere, dude. There's a guide wire loop holder thing, stake, some kind of pipe. The gate thing, man, I don't really like that at all. I don't like that. Not even a little bit.
He keeps moving through the forest and finds more blocked mine openings along the trail. The deeper he goes, the more silent the forest becomes.
Sheltoy Trace, going that way. Cougar Arch Spur Trail 633 Alpha, going that way, which isn't nearly as official as Sheltoy Trace. So that might be good news, as long as we can get away from that trail, because we do not want to be on Sheltoy Trace Trail. That's way too official. Cougar Arch Trail 633, Cougar Arch 1.25. Maybe we can see Cougar Arch. We got some more markers up here, but maybe we'll just keep going. See whatever this arch is, because I'm pretty sure the markers up here probably going to be gated or not accessible. We're going to check anyway. I did not know these trails were here. Oh look, there's another one with a gate. We'll shine a light in anyway. See what we're missing. It looks like we're missing a good one.
Then something unexpected happens. While standing near another mine entrance, he suddenly hears distant yelling or hooting echoing through the trees. The voices sound far away, but the forest carries the sound clearly. He seems confused because he thought he was completely alone out there.
Oh, look at that. I don't think these are like very old at all. That's a pretty high coal seam too. And it's dry. What the freak? That was weird. We got bars on mines, we got people screaming, hooting and hollering. Just my luck, whatever.
After that moment, he leaves the deeper woods and follows a trail toward Cougar Arch before walking back toward the road. The strange sounds stop as he reaches the more open hiking area.
It's good times. Apparently we are back on Sheltoy Trace. Sheltoy goes that way. Arch this way. Cougar Arch, 1/4 mile. Quarter mile is not far. Let's go check it out. So I guess this is going to be Cougar Arch right here. Looks pretty archy. They made steps. Feels like I'm living in luxury right now. I'm not used to this. Rarely this well taken care of in the woods. It's a pretty big arch. I mean, it's impressive.
By the end of the trip, he says it was still a good exploration day. but the strange noises in such a quiet and remote forest made the experience feel a little disturbing.
From here on out, we just got a ways to go on the road. So we went from exploring forgotten ruins and abandoned mines in the wilderness to hiking an established trail. Honestly, once we got on the established trail, it was kind of nostalgic, okay? I'm not gonna lie. If you look back at my videos far enough, that's all I used to do. Any long enough trail to warrant the drive that I found on all trails, and I used to have all trails. I used to rely on all trails instead of GPS. I had to start doing GPS because I started going off trail and had to make my own. I kind of graduated to what I do now. This was like a walk down memory lane. It's what it felt like. It's kind of nice, right? Just nostalgic, I guess. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I saw some cool stuff. I've got some pretty cool videos if you go back far enough. They probably don't have the production value or look quite as good as the stuff I do now. I didn't always film in 4K. I used 1080, that's what I used to do. I've learned a lot about audio processing.
In a huge place like the Daniel Boone National Forest, it is easy to believe you are alone until the woods start making sounds that you cannot fully explain. On August 25th, 2025, the YouTube channel It's Bates uploaded a video. The video shows two friends exploring a dark forest at night, near a restricted construction site.
Welcome guys, and welcome back. It's your boy Mark, and I'm with Martin right now.
Sir.
We are basically posted up next to this like big restricted forest basically. What I mean by that is in the forest, like somewhere basically in the middle, there's like a construction site which like kind of like blocks the forest paths.
This like whole place over there, it's like, you know, completely fenced off. You really can't go there.
Yeah.
It's nighttime, you know, and it's super creepy right now.
Halloween is actually getting pretty close, which means, you know,
He starts the video while standing near the edge of a large forest. He also explains that a week earlier they recorded a strange man walking out of the same forest, which already made the area feel suspicious.
all sorts of like creepy people could be outside at night, so you know, you gotta stay cautious, guys. And actually, a little story here, me and Martin were like recording like last week, and after recording we noticed like a weird guy walking out of the forest we came from. We caught it on footage. I'll show you guys the footage.
Even before entering the woods, he sounds nervous. He says something about the place feels wrong, but they still decide to go inside and explore.
This was, you know, super creepy. We saw like weird things over here too as well. I don't know if it's like, you know, if something really bad is gonna happen once we're actually going to the woods or what, but you know, I'm really creeped out. I'm just gonna say that.
But I think we should head in. It's gonna be a crazy exploration. Like, subscribe, and let's go.
After walking through the narrow path, the forest becomes darker. They only have phone flashlights, so they can barely see a few meters ahead of them.
Okay, so we made it to the entrance of the forest, as you can see.
Sure.
And it's like a pretty narrow path towards like where we want to go.
Yeah, there's like a bigger opening over there, so...
Yeah. I checked Google Maps and I saw like the construction site, you know, it was like kind of in the middle of the forest. So I pretty much know where to go. But
you know, the bad thing is we both forgot our flashlights today.
yeah, we have like only phone flashlights.
You know, what's the chance there's actually anything there? You know,
look, we can't like see anything in the forest.
We can see maybe like, what's that, 5 meters in front of us.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like a 10-minute walk or something, bro.
Yeah, we've already been walking for like some time.
Yeah, so...
What's this place now?
Okay.
Oh, another bridge.
Oh, what is this place?
Alright, bro. What else now?
There's like a clearance here.
Well, we gotta go that way, right?
Yeah, we gotta like in the forest. There's like a excellent.
Oh, really?
Soon, they reach the construction area fence hidden between the trees. The fence stretches across the forest and blocks the trail, making the place feel even more abandoned and strange.
I swear I keep hearing sounds, bro.
This place is like really like messed
falling
up.
apart.
Yeah, look. There's so many like, what do you call them, nature noises.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Oh shit, dude, that's the fence.
Dude, is that a fence?
Yeah, but we can see it on camera too.
Wait, so this is the construction site?
Yeah, I think it starts over here.
Guys, look. Whatever.
Yeah, that's the fence.
It's like a fence here.
It has to be like...
Guys, yeah, look. You can see the fence right here.
Yeah.
Dude, look.
Yeah. Alright.
I have no clue, like, what they're doing here, but...
Should we just keep on going, like...
Yeah, next to the fence.
Alright, because the trail, like, continues.
But then something changes. A few seconds later, they both hear clear footsteps somewhere behind them in the darkness. The sound does not feel like an animal. It sounds slow and careful, like someone walking through the leaves.
Like, we're deep in the forest right now.
Yeah, bro. Dude, your battery is like...
He immediately becomes tense and whispers to his friend. They stop moving and listen carefully to the forest around them. The footsteps seem to get closer. Suddenly something moves in the darkness near the trees. They quickly turn the camera and the light toward the sound.
Wait, shh. Is that footsteps? Holy fucking shit, bro. Wait,
dude, let's go back. Dude.
Let's go, come on.
For a brief moment, a strange figure appears in the forest. The shape looks like a person wearing something bright and unusual, standing partly hidden in the trees. The moment is short and confusing, but the sight shocks them immediately.
Oh, fuck. What the heck? Turn back. Fuck. What the fuck? What?
He panics and tells his friend they need to leave right away. Both of them start moving quickly away from the area, clearly frightened by what they just saw.
What's that? What's that?
After that moment, the forest becomes quiet again, but the feeling that someone or something was watching them from the darkness stays with them for the rest of the video. On April 12th, 2020, the YouTube channel The Outdoor Experience shared footage from a field camp at Sugar Creek State Forest. What started as a simple camping trip slowly turned strange.
Spot to camp. Lots of space so you can put up a big tent. This would be a great place to fly my drone. I've never camped out in the middle of an open field before. I need to get my phone out, look at exactly where I'm at on the map, because there might be a possibility. There's a trail over here. There might be a possibility to get back up to the Rock Road from here, and it might just be a little bit flatter and easier to get out here.
The field looked calm, wide, quiet. He said it would be a great place to camp, but the open space felt exposed as nothing could hide, yet anything could watch.
So we're out here at the field. Didn't take too long to get out here, maybe about 10 minutes. Got all the stuff there, and I think we're going to set up right around this area. It's pretty flat here, and it looks out over the field. Nice view.
The tent was big, almost too big for the empty field. As night came, the wind moved across the grass. The trees at the edge of the field stood dark and still.
I was talking about. Alright, skipping ahead. 10-person modified dome tent with the porch. 17 by 13, including the porch. Without the porch, the tent itself, 17 by 8. So this is the porch area, all screened in. You come in, And this is the tent. You got one side here with a window and a divider that you can hook up. Then the other side over here with its own divider that you can hook up. And then pretty much.
Then the sound started. Late at night, strange singing came from the woods beyond the field. There was no music, no clear words, just a voice. It sounded like someone singing into a microphone, but there were no lights, no campfire, no people nearby. He could not tell where it came from at first. The sound drifted across the field, slow and steady, almost echoing. The open space made it worse. There was nowhere to hide if someone stepped out of the dark. The next morning, in the cold air, he finally saw what he missed in the dark: a road at the end of the field and a house beyond it. The voice likely came from there.
Sure where it was coming from. Figured out that it was across the field, at the end of the field here. There's a road and there's a house, like right over there, across the road. That's where all them noises were coming from. Still don't know what was going on. No music playing, but someone was singing into a microphone or something. I don't know, it was weird.
But that night, before he knew about the house, the field did not feel safe. The singing had no face, only sound. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.